Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Linda Cathay, and I'm waiting for my client to arrive. This is a client that I've been working with for the past month or more. His name is David. He's 47 years of age, and he suffers, he has the presenting problems of alcohol addiction and chronic depression since the age of 14. Um, you'll find more information on his background as you go over the written part of the case summary. And when David comes, my focus for this interview is going to be to help him recognize the value of using this cognitive behavior therapy, and then today we're going to focus it on family systems theory as a way of helping him to better learn how to use cognitive restructuring as a means of helping himself become a better person and to feel better about himself. Okay. Well, hello, David. How are you?
I've been feeling depressed.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Has there anything in particular that happened? Has there been anything in particular that happened that caused you to feel even more depressed than usual?
It's just my life. It's just the same old get up,
Oh, okay.
pick up a beer and then sit back down. I don't ever do anything with my life, so I feel like I'm worthless, like there's no point of me being here.
Oh, I understand that. Well, see, everything that you just said to me, those are all signs and symptoms of being depressed. Are you taking your medications as prescribed?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, well, sometimes the medication takes a while to really kick in and to start working and becoming effective to help change your mood. So I would suggest that you continue to take your medications, and if after a while your mood doesn't start to elevate, I'll make a referral to you to go back and see the psychiatrist on staff, okay, about your medications. Also, David, we've been working on cognitive behavior theory, and as I explained to you, that is a theory used to help people begin to understand how their negative thinking, attitudes, and behaviors, are affecting their lives in terms of how they see themselves. And I have given you an assignment, just like the one I gave you last week. And this assignment is designed to help you to begin learning how to combat the negative thinking and feeling by replacing it with positive thoughts and feelings for yourself. Have you done any of that last week?
Yeah, I have, and it actually made me feel a little bit better. Like, I might go to bed thinking that I don't want to be on earth no more, but when I wake up, I wash my face and I stare at myself in the mirror, and I say, I have a reason to be here, and I smile.
Okay. What is the reason that you have to be here? Did you tell
Uh,
yourself that?
no, I don't, because I don't know my reasoning right now. And right now I just put my life in God's hands, so I'm trying to figure out my purpose here on earth.
Okay, I understand that. I understand how you're feeling. Okay, I'm going to give you another assignment in that area. Okay, I'm
Okay.
going to give you some examples. For example, if a thought came to mind and said to me, Linda, you're a worthless human being, a positive thought that I would have or would teach myself to have would be, Linda, you're a good person because you care about others. Okay? And like you said, you don't feel like you have a reason for being here. An example of that, if I had that type of thought, I could reasonably say to myself, well, my thoughts are telling me that I don't have a reason to be alive. However, one good reason I have to be alive is because I have grandchildren that I love very much, and they would be lost without grandmom. They love me and they need grandmom. See, it doesn't have to be anything really deep or profound about oneself. It could be the smallest little things that can help you change the way you think and feel about yourself. So I want you to continue with that, okay? Continue doing those exercises. As a matter of fact, I want you to get a book and I want you to start journaling. Start writing down how you feel. When negative thoughts come, I want you to immediately write them down, okay? And then right after you write them down, I want you to go stand in front of the mirror, read the negative thought out loud so you can hear it, and then respond out loud till you contradict that thought, that negative thought. And I want you to do that all next week. And when you come in next week, we'll process it. okay? And see if how we can help you to make even more progress.
Okay.
Okay. Now today, David, I looked over your history, your family history, and there's some things in there, concerns that I have. And as a result of the things that I read in your family history, I think another good way to help you would be to use what we call the family systems theory. And to make a long story short, what that involves is having you to reflect back on your childhood, okay, on the things that you witnessed and things that you experienced, looking for things that help the person you are, okay? Because I believe that as human beings, we are a product of the things that we've learned, okay? So, are you agreeable to doing that with me today, starting that today?
Yeah, we could try it.
Okay. Well, I also read in your history that you didn't start to drink alcohol or even experiment with alcohol until the age of 14. I want you to think back to as far back as you can prior to the age of 14 and tell me what was happening in your household.
At the age of 14, I lived with my mother.
No, I want you to go back before the age of 14. Before you ever started drinking, I want you to think, even if you have to close your eyes and just think back, what kind of things were happening in your household with your mother. I know that your biological father and mother had separated and divorced, and you had a new stepfather. So take it from there. What things can you remember? Like maybe just say like from the age of 6 or 7. What was happening in your household, David?
My stepdad coming home from work, and my mom sitting on a couch with a beer in her hand.
Mm-hmm. And how often would she have a beer in her hand?
Every second of every minute.
Wow. That must have been something. And how about your stepfather? Once he arrived home, did he also go and get beer?
When he come in the house, he stand in front of my mom and start yelling, hitting her. Then he goes to get a beer from the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
He drinks the beer, then goes back and start hitting her in front of me. And
Did he ever hit you, David? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was there a reason that for his? Well, there's never any reason for one human being to strike another. But did he give you a reason as to why he was hurting you?
Every hit that touches my face, he tells me to shut up and stop screaming.
Oh, okay. So I understand. I think what I understand you saying is that, okay, your mom drank alcoholically. Your stepfather was also an alcoholic, but he still managed to work and pay bills and take care of the house. You take care of the household. And you were home and you were witness your mother drinking all day. So 9 times out of 10 she was intoxicated by the time your stepfather got home. Is that correct?
Yes.
So now when your stepfather would arrive, he would see your mother in that condition and him angry.
Yes.
And he would hit her.
Yes.
Okay. And he also had an addiction to alcohol, so he would go and get alcoholic beverages and drink himself.
Yes.
And then the more he drank, the more violent he became. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you kind of were part of the fallout from that. Because I'm sure that as a young child, witnessing him hurt your mother caused you a great deal of, and would cause you to what? Well, how would you respond to when you would see him hit your mom?
I would scream, and I would tell him to stop it. But then he starts hitting me every time I try to tell him to stop.
Okay, that's pretty much what I was thinking that it was. I understand the dynamic. You're not alone in that. Without delving too much into my own past, taking the focus off of you as being the most important person, I will say that I'm a product of an alcoholic family as well. And if I was blessed to make it through, okay, and get better, you will too. Okay? All right, so have you ever thought about the idea that your behaviors were learned? That you learned? Okay, even before that, how old were you when you first picked up your first drink? Took your first drink?
I was 14.
And how'd you manage that? Where'd you get liquor or alcohol?
Well, it was an easy access in my house, of course.
Oh, it was always alcohol around.
Yeah.
So what was it? Can you tell me what it was? What kind of thoughts you were having that caused you to actually take the first drink?
I just wanted the pain to stop. And the only way I kind of knew how to stop the pain was drinking, because when I see my mom get drunk, she just slept like everything was okay. And I thought maybe I
Ah,
should try it.
okay. Stop right there. I want you to take a look at what you just said. Okay, because this was the beginning of your usage. Okay, you started drinking because before your mom, you would watch your mom, and she would probably be upset, depressed, or even physically hurt. And the way she chose to handle that was to pick up a drink. Okay,
Yes.
and after she would have so many drinks, she appeared to be happier and feel better.
Yes.
Oh, so in essence, then, as we look at it together, what do you think happened? You think you learned that behavior, or you copied that behavior, or
I would say I learned and I copied the behavior. I copied it because I started drinking alcohol. But now that I'm older, I did learn from it.
you did learn? I'm very proud of you. You started drinking alcohol at the age of 14, and you continued to drink, um, but you still managed to graduate high school. And I understand you're an excellent drummer.
Yes,
Are you self-taught? You go to school?
self-taught.
Well, that's excellent, David. That's another thing that I want you to use. EBT, when you're having negative thoughts about yourself, remind yourself what a great drummer you are. Okay? I also understand that because of your skills as a drummer, that you got to travel all throughout the United States and even went overseas with a couple of bands.
Yeah,
Well, how do you feel about that? Don't you see that as an accomplishment?
at that point in time I did, but after I get off stage from presenting my music to other people,
Mm-hmm.
I start feeling the same way again because that feeling isn't always with me.
Mm-hmm.
Stage.
I understand that. So when you were playing the drums, the alcohol usage was replaced by good feelings that you would, as a result of the applause and everything, the accolades you received from the audience who liked your drumming.
Yes.
Hmm. Can you kind of look at that and see for yourself that there are other positive things, and you managed to do that when you were traveling with the bands around the United States and overseas? Because I'm sure you weren't drinking as you were playing your drums. So the same manner in which you were able to stop drinking and replace with something positive, such as playing drums, okay, that's pretty much what the final outcome for you will hopefully be. We're going to teach you. We're going to work together to teach you how um, to get rid of all those negative things and thoughts and fears you're having by teaching you to replace them with all the positive things that you've done and that you're even more capable of as you go forward. Because you managed to stay sober for 15 years. And during that 15 years, what was it that kept you clean? What was it that kept you feeling good enough about yourself so that you did not need to drink?
My music.
Your
I use
music.
my music as a positive escape.
Mm-hmm.
For example, banging on the drums if I was mad
Mm-hmm.
actually turned into positive musical notes that a lot of people like and tend to grasp onto because they know where I'm coming from and they kind of had the same emotions that I've been having growing up.
Okay, so you use your music as a form of expression.
Yes,
That's very good. And in psychiatric terms, that's called sublimation. So you sublimated your negative feelings and the negative use of alcohol with positive thoughts and feelings that you receive from playing drums and doing something that you really love and that you really enjoy.
yes.
Very good, very good. Okay, and that helped you for a period of 15 years. Do you mind telling me what it was that caused you, after 15 years, to pick up a drink?
I had a friend who invited me to a party
Oh,
and
okay.
I thought that since I've been 15 years sober, that being around alcohol wouldn't cause me to relapse. And I wouldn't say I was peer pressure, but she said, "Here, take a drink." So
Okay. I kind of, Okay, now over the last 15 years, you've been a member of the self-help program of Alcoholics Anonymous. And that being the case, I'm quite sure that over the 15 years you learned that one of the first things that you must do is stay away from negative, the word negative, people, places, and things. Now, having parties in and of itself is not negative. Some people can go to parties and they can have a drink or two. They drink socially. But you, with your given history of alcoholism, okay, somewhere in there, David, you forgot to say to yourself, well, wait a minute, am I setting myself up? Am I putting myself in harm's way? Okay, so do you think that's what you did? You allowed yourself to falter by not remembering the importance of keeping away from people,
Yes, I did.
places, and things? Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. Well, what was it then? After you relapsed, you could have stayed out there. You didn't. There was something inside of you that allowed you to call your parole officer and voluntarily come into this program. What thoughts were you having?
I didn't want to go back to my past history of alcoholism, especially because of the abuse and stuff like that I suffer from. I didn't want to fall down and not know how to get back up. So in the process of me, I felt myself falling. I hurried up and called my parole so I can keep following the right path that I've been going down. I'm actually starting to like this path.
Oh, that's very good. And I'm liking this path for you as well. Okay, well, listen. We've accomplished two things today. One, we reiterated and reinforced the need for you to continue using your positive affirmations when you're having negative thoughts, feeling low and feeling badly about yourself. And two, we've taken a look at the things that caused you to start drinking in the first place. Okay? Now, when you go home and everything, you're going to remember the conversation. And if you find yourself thinking back and starting to feel really bad inside about the things in your past, like the watching your mother being victimized and your stepfather hurting you, I want you to pick up your phone and call your sponsor. Use your support network, okay?
Okay.
As opposed to going out and relapsing again. All right, don't do that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time and everything, and I appreciate you working with me so cooperatively because I believe in you. And I think that you're going to be okay as we continue in the process, okay?
Okay.
Okay, well, how's next Thursday at 2 o'clock for your next appointment?
Next Thursday works.
Yes. Oh, how good. I'm glad. And this time when you come in, David, bring your book. The book that I asked you to write down, the negative thoughts that you're having, and then on the opposite page, the positive thoughts that you're having. Okay? So we may continue working on helping you to realize that you're a very worthy and valuable human being.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. And thank you again for coming in, David.
You're welcome.
And bye-bye.